Karen and Aaron are getting a little bit closer. Andy's up in that damn penthouse playing dumb. And Sabrina and Danni have the run-in with the royal subjects at the grocery store. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Sistas video. In this video, I'm doing a breakdown for episode 16 from season 4. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my sisters' content and this dope conversation, okay? Honestly, y'all, not a ton happened in this episode. I'm a little underwhelmed as a follow-up to episode 15, which I really did enjoy. And if you missed it, I did an episode 15 breakdown and I explained all of the things that I really enjoyed about the episode. I thought it was really well done. So if you missed it, go ahead and check that out. I'll link it in the cards above as well as the description box down below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and talk about episode 16 and then we're going to get up out of here. I also will have my episode 17 preview video coming as well as a few other character videos. So I want to break down, is Calvin going to sleep with Q? Who does Danni really want? Why Andi lied about Karen? And will Sabrina break it off with Bio? So all of those videos will be coming to the channel this week. Again, hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so that you can be alerted the moment that those videos drop. But those are the conversations that we are having right here on Erica Vane TV this week after we do the breakdown for this episode and the preview for next episode so that we can keep these sisters conversations going. Also, feel free to follow me on your favorite social media site because I am giving you my in the moment reactions, quick little thoughts and commentary as well in a smaller format on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. And I would love for you to join me there as well. Now, without further ado, let's talk about the episode. My favorite thing about the episode, as y'all probably can guess if you are not new here, Karen and Aaron. Aaron and Karen. Karen and Aaron. I know that there's tons of people who really don't like Karen, and to that I say, we don't care. We don't care. I'm thoroughly enjoying watching Karen's journey throughout this season, and even when she's having these super emotional moments, when y'all are looking at her as if she's desperate and pathetic, I'm looking at her as a woman who's grieving a really important relationship in her life, while also getting some news that she ultimately wanted in the worst scenario, right? Like, she wanted to have a baby. That's something that we learned about her episode 1, season 1 of Sistas, and she wanted to do so with ZAC. So now being confronted with the idea that she is having a baby, even though she thought that she wasn't going to be able to have one, because we do meet these sisters when they are older, right? They're 35, 36, 37-year-old women. And it gets a little bit harder as you get older. So she was under the impression, as the relationship with ZAC was really stifled and not really going anywhere, of like wondering if she was going to be able to have a baby. So now to be pregnant, being able to have a baby, but then not know who the baby daddy is going to be, also having to come to grips with this new man who is a really great man, potentially being the father, versus what your ideal would be. And it's almost like you picking the lesser of two evils. So all of this stuff is going on. I think it's beautiful to see in reference to just how relatable and real that story is. Like, not all of us are walking around with just super normal, straight to the point love stories. And I honestly resonate a lot with the whole Karen love story. In this episode, we don't get a ton from Karen and Aaron, but watching Aaron draw the picture of her, and then he did the type of art where you actually create a portrait but from lines, and you put like you basically are using words or sentences to create the lines that are going to be the face or the strokes of the portrait of the person. And it takes a lot of talent, a lot of skill, and the fact that he had the words that he had strung together, it was just so beautiful to see. It was giving poetry. It was giving, these are my deepest, darkest thoughts. This is like how I really feel about you. This is what I can't really express in words. And I personally really love to see it. Karen being moved to tears while reading out all of the words that he placed in this portrait of her, and basically this future portrait of her, it made 110% sense. I would have been in there boo-hooing too. Like, I'm a Cancer, y'all, so I'd be mad emotional about some stuff. And And when I tell you, I would have been reading those words with this profession of love and this just deep intention and energy that he was radiating her way. I would have been in there boo-hooing too. Now, from the boo-hoo, we get to doing the do. And I'm not even mad at her about that. Like, I have said this numerous occasions. I will continue to say this as I am saying this now. Karen is really figuring out herself in this circumstance that she happens to find herself in these relationships that she's attempting to redefine, renew, and move forward in. And I ain't knocking her for the decisions that she's making, especially because specifically when it comes to her relationship with Aaron ain't really knocking her. He's going with the flow. He's giving her grace. He's being patient. He's forgiving her when he needs to, and when she's apologetic for the things that she may be throwing his way, and he's working with her. And to me, this is also the stuff that goes into building healthy, honest foundations in relationships. A lot of times we forget that you have to teach people how to treat you. You also have to take the time to learn the people that you are with. And while plenty of people are like, oh, Aaron should have given up on Karen a long time ago, apparently he sees something so valuable worth investing his time and energy into with her. And I personally can see the vision as well. Like, Karen arriving at a place where she's truly gotten over ZAC. She's able to heal from a lot of the hurt that she's experienced during this season of her life, and then walking into mommyhood with a supportive person like Aaron, who will probably be amazing when she has to go through like postpartum symptoms, and will help her navigate maintaining her business and motherhood and still be a really great person. I see on the other end of this whole journey just a beautiful life for the both of them. And Karen ain't no lightweight herself. Like, she brings a lot to the proverbial table. She owns her own business. She's really great with money. She's shown herself to be loyal and supportive and love very hard and very deeply when she's in love. So the fact that Aaron believes that, one, she loves him, which I agree. She's not necessarily in love with him yet, but she can get there, and he's willing to work and build up their relationship and strengthen their relationship to get her there. I'm like, oh, I'm go for it, because nobody bats an eye when it's a woman doing it. There's like not enough people. Well, I guess actually in 2022, more women are more vocal about we ain't building this and we ain't doing this anymore, because I'm actually one of those. I don't know how much I'm willing to invest. I feel like I spent a lot of my 20s years trying to heal a man through his hurt and trying to like love out all of the trauma and pain. It's like, okay, girl, you actually have no control over what he got going on and how he's allowing his trauma and all of his issues to manifest within y'all's relationship. But I said that to say, everybody was so gung-ho of like of Aaron just discarding Karen immediately because she ain't fall into this, oh, she's over ZAC immediately, she's fine with the baby being his baby, like wanting her to not have any type of human emotions, any type of human experience, any type of feminine experience in result of what she's going through. But those same people, I feel like, and yes, I'm calling you out if it's you would not have a problem with the woman putting up with a man who's sleeping on her couch, driving her car, not doing nothing, and constantly investing money and time and energy into that man. You know how I know? Because y'all also had no problem when Karen was doing it for ZAC, and you still were coming for her, talking about she was the one in the wrong, meanwhile she was doing all of the things. Anyway, it ain't about that. This was one of my favorite scenes, or one of my favorite moments of the episodes, and it's not that many because much of nothing didn't happen, but I really, really love watching the exchanges that have been happening recently between Karen and Aaron, and all of the processing that's happening while they are communicating and being very open and honest and healthy with their communication. Love to see it. 10 out of 10. My second favorite part of this whole episode was watching Robin toy with Hayden. I think that him saying that he was gay is like literally chef's kiss. I cannot wait to see Hayden more uncomfortable. Next week's episode, we know that he's going to learn about, Robin acquiring, the majority stake in the law firm. And I wouldn't be surprised if Hayden scared, insecure ass is going to try to come up to him like, you threw yourself at me and you're the boss. Now I'm going to bring you up for sexual harassment, whatever. And then maybe Robin can go ahead and flip the script and be like, no, this is what you was doing with Sabrina. I mean, this is what you was doing with Fatima. And for this reason, your ass is fire. Your ass is grass around here. Okay. I definitely feel like this was like the seeds being planted planet for the big old extraction of Hayden from the law firm, hopefully from these storylines, and hopefully out of our lives, off our screens on Sistas. By golly, Miss Molly, Chris Warren, I hope you get hired somewhere else, but your ass got to leave Sistas because I'm done with it. I'm so over your storyline. I'm so over your character. I'm so over being exposed to the trauma that you consistently inflict upon the Black women that you experience every single day. Please, for the 70 millionth time, go to hell. Okay? Now, while we sending people to hell, Q, pack your shit. Pack your shit and go to hell too. Because I have no sympathy. And I know there was a little bit of chatter about, Erica, you heard his story about, being molested when he was younger. You don't feel no way about it. I feel bad for that child that was molested, but I don't feel no way about fucking Q. Y'all, I cannot. The fact that he is, by the end of the episode, trying to sleep with Calvin utterly disgusts me. You are homosexual for housing and it's ghetto. And apparently it's a thing that is actually really happening in our world in a very alarming rate. Now, I am heterosexual, so I wasn't actually aware of it until I started watching the storyline play out here on Sistas. But y'all, our homosexual and queer brethren and sistren, they are experiencing some things with these pathetic ass people who cannot seem to figure out what they're trying to do with themselves, with their lives, and how to go ahead and do better. And they're manipulating people who want to be loved, want to not be alone, want to be wanted, all for money and housing. And it's ghetto. I have no sympathy for Q at all. And the major reason why I don't, especially in this episode, is because your whole ass already has housing. You have no need to want to stick your thing in anything that's in that house because they have decided to let your bum ass stay there without you having to do much of nothing but clean and cook. You don't even got to buy the food that you cooking. And you still want to completely overstep bounds. So when people are like, oh, we need to give Q grace, I can't give grace to somebody who feels no remorse, who has learned absolutely nothing. I am so non-sympathetic to Q because he still don't give a he still do not give a, and he's still trying to sling his little dirty dick around, and ain't nobody got time for that. He has learned absolutely nothing. You sitting up in this house probably watching TV. Why don't you read a book? Teach yourself a trade or something. Your penis is not going to save you, and it ain't going to save nobody else. And what honestly set my soul ablaze while he was talking is that he also talks about how he does this with women too. And this part is the problem. Now, I think I'm going to do some type of crossover video where I talk about homosexuality and down low men, because I have been getting nothing but a bunch of backlash behind my feelings about the Lil Murder storyline over on P Valley with Uncle Clifford and Big Teak, and I'm 100% in support of it, and I'm gonna keep being in support of it. And don't worry, I got a couple clapbacks for some of you hating ass hoes, okay? So just wait on it. But I think what we need to discuss when it comes to conversations around down low brothers is that the issue is not if you are in the closet. That is your right. That is your experience. It come out when you want to come out or never come out. The problem comes when you are exposing other people to potentially dangerous and health risky situations because of your secrecy or because of your manipulation. To me, Lil Murder isn't a problem. We don't see Lil Murder trying to run up in every damn thing. The people that Lil Murder sleep with, he actually gives a damn about and he loves. The people that Q sleeps with, he is trying to extract money or something else from. And he could give a damn about health. He could give a damn about the person. And that is the problem. Q disgusts me. Here is your first class ticket to hell. Get your ass on this plane with Hayden. And Gary, you walking too slow, baby, because your ass got to go too. Now, we ain't get much of Gary in this episode, so I ain't going to call him to the carpet and drag his little raggedy ass either. But best believe next week I'm on that ass. Now, other than that, Only other thing that really kind of bothered me in this episode was the girls. The girls get together and it's just like, why do I always want y'all to never be together? Like, to me, y'all don't have a dope friend group. You don't have a healthy friend group. It's when y'all get together, you only on some catty bullshit, okay? The way that Andi decided to pretend like she had not seen Karen, had not heard from Karen, and she was just so shocked. And yes, Karen has lost her damn mind. As Danni is talking about, yeah, she said she gonna try to get ZAC back, and she'd have said this and she'd have said that. And Andi, she came to your job, opened up truthfully to you of where she was at all day, how she felt, that she mistreated Aaron. All of it. She told you all of it, and you talked her through it beautifully. You supported her beautifully, and then you get your goofy ass into this goofy ass penthouse of yours that you're also having swept for bugs, because you know what? You're trying to take a gift from a master manipulator who wants to control your every goddamn move, so you have no idea if he got cameras and bugs all up in your place, because that's who the hell you was f***ing. Okay, cool. But you get in front of Danni and Sabrina and they start talking out the side of their neck, and you have new information that you could present to actually help the narrative of your friend, but you allow for this other narrative to go ahead and ride, and then you decide to throw in a little bit of oohs and ahs with it as well to make sure that you put a little extra seasoning sauce on it. Andi, go sit your ass in the corner. Go sit your ass in the corner, because you know way more information than you telling. And a lot of y'all came onto Twitter and was like, well, Erica, maybe she didn't want to tell Karen's business. There are ways for you to do that without revealing anything, but without also letting your friend drag your other friend. Oh no, you know what, Sabrina? She was gone all day, but I talked to her. She's fine. She's probably resting right now. She's going through a lot. We're gonna follow back up with her. The fact that you even still made sure that y'all had this meeting, Andi, after you talked to Karen is beyond me, because y'all called this little meeting of the goofy ass minds before any of you had actually really talked to Karen today. But now that you have all the information that you did, you still allowed this meeting to proceed in this whole, oh, we want to help Karen, but we only going to do it by gossiping about her behind her goddamn back ass meeting. And then you want to play like, I can't. I really don't like when they get together when like one is missing and it's for the purpose of like talking about the other. It's not helpful. It's not productive. It makes them look catty and bitchy. It just annoys me, and it just makes me wonder if they're actually really friends. Andi, you need the donkey of the day for that performance that you gave. And now y'all going y'all asses over to Karen's house, and it's just like, I really kind of wish, while she was like, oh yeah, Karen ain't tell me that, I'ma call her because that don't make no sense. I wish she would have really called her so that Karen could have been like, girl, I told you all of this around noon. What do you mean? I saw you. And then Andi would have been standing in her damn penthouse kitchen looking goofy. Exactly. And also, I'm going to give a little shade to Tyler Perry, because you might have also shot this way before you shot those other scenes, and maybe you was leaning that way and then y'all just ain't throw out the footage. I don't know. But regardless, Tyler, Andi, the shit's ghetto and I don't like it. Okay? And I think that's it. Aside from that, Fatima gets out of jail. Then, you know, ZAC is calling the house because he's trying to get in touch with her, and they wind up actually talking. He got to tell her to calm down and to make sure that you use the minutes on our call for us to talk about us and don't be worrying about this. And I'm just like, God damn, Fatima, for you to be so gangster, you sure is folding, sis. He is fine. He was just in that hole 2 days ago, girl. He is fine. You talking about you trying to sleep at the jail. You trying to do this. You trying to do that. I'm going to need back bearing Fatima to come back. I'm going to need bust the windows out your car for Fatima to come back. Because while I get that you love him and you ride for him and all that kind of stuff, sis, you was folding a little bit too quickly. Girl, he has been there for all of 4 to 6 hours. Relax. You will see his ass in the morning. Relax. This is not new to him. He is not new to this. He is true to this. He is good. Y'all gonna be fine. Okay, that's it. I thought that I was going to do a much shorter video, but I guess not. Let me know y'all's thoughts in the comment section down below. I hope that you enjoyed this video and my commentary on episode 16. I can't wait to jump in the comment section and see what y'all talking about and how you felt about the episode. Also, cannot wait to do my episode 17 preview, so be sure to check that out and catch up on any of my other sisters videos if you have missed them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.